Morning guys, bit of a damage report today from Coff Harbour Marina. I've managed to pull the spinnaker pole track off the mast at the lower section. It's obviously got caught on a sheet and pulled it off. That's my fault because I didn't have any of those little caps on the end. So I think the solution for that's going to be to move the car up a bit. This section here, which I've done already, just here, that's movable. Push that up further and then chop it here with the hacksaw and put the cap back on it to make sure it doesn't get caught again. It's really my fault, unfortunately. But anyway, before we do that, let's go for a walk around Muttonbird Island. On our way up Muttonbird Island. This is the only bird sanctuary that you can access from the mainland in Australia. Nice steep walk to get the lungs and the heart pumping. Nice little boardwalk they've installed to go out to the point and have a look at the ocean, I'm assuming. I was talking to one of the locals who's responsible for the shark line and drumline netting around here. He said the reason why you probably haven't seen that many whales is they're all down near Ulladulla. The water's actually too warm for them up here at the moment, so they still haven't really started their migration en masse. The whales that actually make the migration are humpback whales, and they travel a 10,000 kilometre journey from Antarctic waters up to the warmer waters of the north, and then they return in late spring. So bit of racing going on. They're going out of Coff Harbour port. Looks like two of the Taiwanese boats. What are they called? Tigers. And there's an Archambault 40 in the front. Arriving at Coffs, there aren't too many mooring options apart from actually going into the marina. There's a couple of public moorings just outside the seawall to the marina. They're very rolly and you get a lot of swell side on to the boat. So making marina berth pretty much mandatory, but it's very comfortable. The entry's quite narrow. I had a lovely couple of nights there. So guys, there's been a bit of carnage. This track here was pulled off by one of the jib sheets, or the lines holding the jib. Got caught under here because I didn't put an end piece on here. Very silly of me. I've been meaning to do it for ages. Guess what's happening today? We're going to put some end pieces on. But the problem is, it's stripped these 4 bolts right out of the mast, and they won't tighten back up because there's no more aluminium. It's completely gone. So I've got some temporary bolts the next size up, and I'm going to try and insert those very gently and try and get it to tap the thread in. We'll see how we go. Otherwise I'm going to have to try and lash it to the mast, and the spinnaker ring here we're just going to have to use a bit further up the mast. I think you can see the ring there. It's just up here. We'll just keep it up the top where it's still affixed nice and strongly. Alternatively, if none of this works, I can cut the aluminium track, cut this one at the point where it's damaged and put the end cap there. But I'll try to keep it in its original mounting position for now. Now it's time to install the end caps down the bottom and on top of the bottom. Got to be very careful I don't suddenly go through because there's electrical tube down there with the lights and a few other bits and pieces. It might get caught up in one of the internal halyards. So you've got to be very careful. She's through now. screw it on. When we screw that stainless screw into the aluminium mast for the end cap, we're going to use some of this stuff, Tef gel. Prevents the reaction between the stainless and the aluminium, causing rusting in the aluminium and eventual failure. So we'll chuck some of that stuff on and then screw it in and then do the top one. That's what it should have had on there in the first place, and then none of this malarkey would have happened. Try and see if I can reach and do the top one. Okay, here's the finished job. We've got the end caps on, we've got these ugly bolts. I'll replace those with M8s countersunk when I get to a chandlery. There's no chandlery here, it's permanently closed. And we've put the top cap on as well, so if a rope swings around it, it should just slide off, hopefully. And hopefully that's the end of the saga. Good morning, guys. It's not what you think. I haven't sailed to Amsterdam. Rightio, we're heading to Yamba. It's 5 o'clock in the morning on the 1st of June. Oh no, 2nd of June now. And yeah, it's a sail of about 55 nautical miles. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get over the bar. I will be getting there right on high tide, so I'll have to call in and see what the conditions are like and maybe stand off for a while and have a look at it. Conditions are very light at the moment, there's no wind, a bit of swell, as you can hear the motors purring away in the background. So looking forward to a relatively smooth passage, apparently 10 to 15 knots from the southwest. So we'll take it nice and easy, there's no rush to get there. We've got a couple of hours up our sleeve before dark to cover that distance. So looking forward to a relaxing day sailing on the coast and going past the Solitary Islands and a few other nice places. Cheers. Got to be pretty on your game around Coff Harbour. There are a lot of reefs around here. There's one just breaking on the outer side of South Solitary Island. So it's a good idea to pay close attention to your navigation chart in these waters. Just passing northwest Solitary Island. There's a few little reefs here, so I just have to be careful. We're going in between two of them. Yeah, making good progress, just under jib alone at the moment. The boat's a bit rolly with the main, it's banging around too much. Might go for the old spinnaker pole or pole out the headsail in a minute once the boat stops rolling so much. There's another sailboat behind me, so that'll give me an incentive to try and get some more speed. See how we go. It's only 9 metres above sea level. So not much there, no water source or anything. Just something to run into in the middle of the night, I suppose. Getting the headsail poled out is not an easy task. There's lots to do. There's the topping lift, the two guys. Oh, it takes ages. Anyway, I've worked up a sweat. There's a boat behind. We're going to try and crank a bit more speed out of Clearwater. See if we can stay ahead. You know what they say? Only takes 2 boats and there's a race. All right, let's see what we can do. It's much bigger than us, but anyway, doesn't matter. We've beaten bigger boats before. Let's try. Yes, we've done it. We can say victory is ours, even though the 47-footer has caught us. I can hear that it's got its motor on. So they're not even in the game. It's called Bellissima, and I saw these guys in Port Stephens. So I reckon we're doing a pretty good show. They're under motor, full rig. I've unfurled all the rag we've got. I've put it all up in order to stay ahead. But it's academic. They've got their motor on. So serves me right for buying cheap-ass shackles. One of the shackles on the brace for the pole has just broken at the front. So, gonna go and try and fix it. What's cooking on the good ship Clearwater? It's lunchtime, absolutely starving. Gonna be making some hummus and falafel wraps. I think that's probably a pretty good solution. Bit of Spanish onion. Don't have to worry about kissing anybody when you're by yourself. These are the best. Yummy's classic falafels. I wish I was sponsored by them. So I know I'd eat a lot. Sharp knives flying around. Awesome. Always handy. And my mother-in-law's favourite, spinach and rocket. She hates the bloody stuff. Hey, I want my money back. The Bureau of Meteorology said we're in for a warmer and much drier winter this year, with the El Nino Southern Oscillation Index neutral. What a load of baloney! Okay, we're heading into the bar entrance or the breakwaters of Yamba. Yamba Iluka, I think it's called. So that's been a trip of 62 miles so far in about 10 hours. Not a bad average speed, just 6.1 knots. Mostly under sail except for this last little bit. Coming into the sleepy hamlet of Iluka, which is the other side of Yamba. Lots of prawn trawlers and fishing trawlers leaving at the moment to go and get a catch. This is the mooring field here. Oh, it looks great, looks super protected. G'day from sunny Iluka Boat Harbour. Going to be spending the next few days here. Nice little mooring sheltered behind a rock wall. Should provide some protection from the big westerlies that are coming in a couple of days' time. Plenty of fishing trawlers going in and out of the port, so I'm sure there's a good feed somewhere in Iluka of fresh fish and chips. So we'll take the dinghy in, or maybe the paddleboard, and definitely the scooter, and see what we can find. But maybe we'll leave that for tomorrow. Right now, just feel like a beer. Good morning from the sunny shores of Iluka Yamba. Moored in Iluka Boat Harbour. Really nice, comfortable night. Very flat here, very gentle. Very, very nice mooring. Looks like we're here until Friday. There's a big westerly change coming. Gale warning for Byron coastal waters Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe be able to escape on Friday. So let's get this little baby inflated and go exploring. Okay, let's go and have a look around Iluka and Yamba. That's where we're moored, behind the breakwater. Should be good in this really strong westerly. Nice and smooth. Okay, we're going to go out into the Yamba Iluka River, or the Clarence River. I don't know how fast it's running. We've got a fair old motor up to Yamba. Should have the wind with us on the way home at least. The wide expanse of the Clarence River. I don't fancy travelling up this any further after these floods. There's too many hidden obstacles. We're going over to a set of leads over there, which is a shortcut to Yamba. This is one of the breaks in Moriarty's wall, one of the training walls for the river. It's only very narrow, and to either side of it is I think basalt rock, so very dangerous. Well, it would be dangerous in a sailboat anyway, especially with this current running. Okay, we'll leave the dinghy here and go and find out where the best fish and chips are in town. Okay, we're heading out to the breakwall, 2.5 k's from here, on the scooter, by the river. This is nice. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we'll go apparently up to the pub for fish and chips. That's the best place, the freshest. That's what the Commodore of the Yacht Club just told me. Okay, we're onto the breakwall. Lucky they're on a trimaran. It's going to get windy down this part of the world in the next 24 hours. We're over the other side, on the Iluka side. Quite a long way away actually. This is the breakwater at Yamba. What we came through yesterday. You can see out there, there's actually a boat standing off. I think they're waiting for the tide to get a bit fuller. And then if you pan around here, you can see Yamba in the background. There's some some emergency mooring buoys in that bay next to me. I think it's called Hippie Bay. I think if the swell's too big, you can actually grab one of those. Just out that way. So that's handy to know. I'm going to have a look on Navionics and see if they're actually chartered as an emergency mooring. The land around Yamba belongs to the Birigal Gargle people, which means beautiful ocean. And the Guri people further inland believe that the creation of the Clarence River was from a mighty eel. And that's what the Dreamtime story is about. That is.
Tell me this, you tell me that. Don't you think you're wearing too many hats? Walk round and walk down. Sometimes it feels like I'm chained to the ground. And so it goes.
Okay guys, that's a wrap on Yamba. We'll head back to the boat, and I think tomorrow we'll have a look around Iluka. If you thought Yamba was pretty sleepy, I reckon Iluka is going to be even quieter. This is the Iluka fishing fleet Iluka Harbour. Heading back to the boat now after being at Yamba for most of the day. It's nice and sheltered in here. We're going to have a little look. Have to go and check out the breakwater and see how it's behaving in this southerly breeze. Bar and high tide, even with this breeze, looks okay. I'll have to check it again tomorrow. As long as it's high tide, it should be okay. But I think I'm going to get smashed from something else. This thing. This is the Sedges Reef Hotel, one of 4 hotels built on this site in times gone by. The last one was the North Head Hotel, burnt down, and they've rebuilt it into this classy little establishment. This would be nice on a sunny day with a live band. Ew! Iluka definitely has that laid back tropical vibe. Another day in the beautiful New South Wales north coast of Iluka. Might even get back for a sundowner beer on Clearwater. Freezing though, this wind's really come up. Hey guys, welcome to sunny Iluka on the 5th of June. It's about 3:30 PM. High tide's at 4:45. Planning to make the passage up to Ballina this evening. The gale warning has been downgraded to a strong wind warning, and I think it will probably get downgraded even more at the 4:05 forecast from the Bureau of Met. So we'll see about that. We'll just wait on that. We're going to get the boat ready, and we're going to just go out into the channel, have a look at the bar. I've been having a look at the bar cam and it all looks good. And yeah, if we get 20 knots, 25 knots from the south and we're running with it, that's well within the capacity of the boat. We did that on the way up, so should be an enjoyable night sail hopefully. And the current is going north, so that'll help us get around Cape Byron, which can often have a really contrary current, and it can make the seas quite confused there. So with a north going current and southerly wind, we should be helped along there quite a lot. Alright, let's go and have a look at it. So this passage is going to be about 97 miles. You're probably wondering why I'm talking in miles all the time. Well, they're nautical miles, right? It's a sailing measurement, and it's equivalent to about 1.9 kilometers, 1 nautical mile. So it's going to be roughly 180 kilometers up to the Gold Coast Seaway. And yeah, it's a fairly long passage, but not as long as the one between Port Stephens and Coff Harbour that we undertook. So it should take about 19 or 20 hours, depending on the wind and the current. Let's go and have a look at that bar. We'll just motor down the channel now. We're heading towards the bar entrance, and we'll get a little bit closer and then we'll sit around for about 5 or 10 minutes. I think we're going to go to the southern side. That's our right hand side near the breakwall there. I've been watching the bar cam. There's less water breaking there than anywhere else. Okay, we're getting closer. There's definitely big breaking waves on the north side where I came in on. And Alan Lucas, the guru of the New South Wales and Queensland coast, in his book he writes that the southern exit should be pretty good, even though apparently it's over shallower water. Hoping we're through the worst of it. Still a few big waves. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, get back to you when we're out in smoother water and we get some sail. Good morning, gorgeous Yamba. We're back on the way back down towards Sydney. Yeah, the seas are probably 3 metres. A bit bumpy. Just got the headsail up for now. Just truck along with that and see if the wind calms down. Then we'll work out a plan with the mainsail. It's supposed to be strong wind, but I knew it was dying off. But I don't know if it'll stay that way. So, see you, Yamba! This thing. Oh God, look at the size of that wave. One behind it. Insane. Woo. They're gobsmacking. Sorry about the language. Those things tend to take your breath away. Queensland, here we come! G'day guys, pretty hectic conditions at the moment. We've got about 20 knots, 22, 23, 24 knots sometimes from the south with a southeast swell, so the boat's getting kicked around a lot. We're just passing Evans Head. Pretty full on. We've got 3, sometimes 4 metre seas. We haven't had anything break on board yet, but I have put the washboards in and closed the hatch just in case. You can see there I've just got one board in down the bottom, just in case a wave comes on board. Had a whale encounter as well just a while ago. I could smell the whale and it reached nearby, so turned the motor on for a while. Everything seems okay now. I've turned the motor back off. Flying along, I can see the glow of Ballina in the distance. Yeah, pretty awesome. Adrenaline packed, big seas, lots of wind, only half the jib out, that's it. And the boat's still doing 6, 7, 8 knots, no problem. Alright, give you an update shortly. Position update, guys. We're about 4 miles from Ballina, so we'll be passing that fairly shortly, and then it's Byron Bay, and after Byron the seas should calm down a bit because we'll be protected by the most easterly point in Australia, and it should actually block some of this really rough southern swell. But anyway, all's going well. We've got between 15 and 20 knots following breeze. Boat's rocking along. We're 6.1 average since we left, so going faster than we've ever gone before actually. And yeah, just had some dinner, rice and then some crackers with some blue cheese for that little bit of sophistication on the sea. Guys, exciting stuff. So many firsts. We've crossed over into the Coral Sea and we're now about to go past Cape Byron Lighthouse. Trying to stay close to the coast to avoid the current ripping past the lighthouse coming south. It's really slowing up progress. But yeah, this is exciting. G'day guys, 1:30 AM on the 6th of June. Position report. It's really exciting. We're just passing Cape Byron, Australia's most easterly point. Lots of current runs past this, contrary to the direction we're going, so we're staying really close to it to try and get past it. So many firsts. I feel so humble. We've crossed into the Coral Sea from the Tasman Sea. And that's amazing. We've had a waxing gibbous moon, I think you can see it over there, with us for most of the evening, so that's been beautiful. Had dolphins cavorting around the boat in the middle of the night. Couldn't really ask for more. There has been 3 and 4 metre swells. I'm glad I can't really see them. I think it's going to be a lot calmer around the other side of Cape Byron. It's going to provide some shelter from this swell. Hopefully the wind stays with us. Hey family and friends, it's morning of the 6th. We've been going all night and it's dawning to be a lovely day, I think. We're just coming up to Tweed Heads, so not too far to go to the Gold Coast Seaway. I've already been on the radio. They seem friendly enough. conditions when we get closer should be at the Gold Coast Seaway at about 11 a.m. The conditions have settled down a lot. Still just running with the one headsail. Got about 13 knots from the southwest. So actually nice and relaxing after all the hectic waves during the night. Just leave it as it is, I think, and rest up. Check it out. We're on the Goldie. Now we're a bit late for this bar entry from the Gold Coast Seaway. Hopefully we can get through. Only one way to find out, I suppose. We made it to the Marine Stadium, or also known as Bums Bay for the boaties. Had a bit of action on the way in. Didn't film it. 2 big waves nearly broke on the back of us, and some part of the water system exploded and filled the boat up with water inside. It's emptied now, but I need to lift all the floorboards and try it all out. It's a nightmare. Okay, let's get onto it and then try and have some rest.